similar to these coach driving routes videos, but instead of text, it's just me talking about me driving basically. So rather than describing history of places and what's where when, this is more of what I'm doing and how I'm driving video. We just come off here on the 350, we're on our way through to Worton. We're just cutting through now on our way to Cold Harbour, cutting through the village of Keeville and Bulkington, and on our way to Great Cheverell, which you may remember I've done a video of last time. I think it was the last video I posted up actually, or I can't remember. Hold on a moment. No, I can't do it. Yeah, that's the one I did from Worton. No, I didn't even do it from Worton. It was just showing Great Cheverell. It's the truck diversion route that I showed. Always the bridge at near West Langton. So instead of, well, you got the idea of the route down there. This time I'm just going to talk through what I'm doing as I go along. So excuse me, my commentary is going to be ropey. There's no scripts obviously, and just talking on the fly. But obviously my driving is a priority. So do excuse me when I just cut out the conversation. Is because I'll be concentrating, especially down here, down these narrow lanes. I'm taking it steady at the moment because there's all sorts of blind bends here, like this one here, off to the right. So I hope you can hear me. I know I've got my window attachment on, so I know the angle's a little bit ropey, but hold on a minute. There we go. What was I saying? Yes. Yeah, the view is not, you know, on a tripod or anything behind me. I've got the window attachment on, so you can see the cab more than you can probably in the right hand side, because I know you'll have this pillar probably in the way. So if this is successful, I shall do some more of these. So I hope it's okay. I just thought it gives you a bit of an insight to coach driving in general, especially if there's anyone that hasn't driven a coach. I know there's some people that watch my videos that drive themselves anyway, but those that not might get the idea of what it's like to drive a big vehicle down different roads and conditions. So this is my Mercedes Turismo. It's featured in a few videos, the X-Red Wing one, Dog Fleet number 277, registration BN17HW. So here we are in the village of Keyville. So I don't know what mirrors, I think you might be able to see the left mirror, you probably can't see the right hand mirror. I do need to come up with some sort of, maybe a multicam setup one day. Maybe that would be a good idea. You get an idea of seeing the angles of mirrors and stuff like that as well. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm taking it steady as always down here. You can pass a car and a van and some big vehicles down this part, but you'll want to be doing it quickly, so hence I'm going slow. I'm not using the brakes at the moment, I'm using the retarder, which is here on the right hand side. As that was described in the Stern Lodge video, how the retarder works. So let this twist fan go. Take it steady through here, just skim past the van. With the curve, he's turning left. Just notice as I took away from the mirrors. Now there's a car going to wait down there. Okay. time, keeping an eye on the verge there, keeping an eye on how far I'm away from the car on the right hand side. It's always a thing down these lanes, you see a car coming and you're trying to judge, is there somewhere that they can pull into? Or is there somewhere I can pull into to get out of the way? And then you get times where cars just completely miss where they could have just pulled into. Never mind. But that worked well, that point. That was lovely. On some sharp line bends. Right, here we go. We've got a DPD van here. Get by that easily. Just mind the Range Rover. There we go. Clear of the van. Looking to my right now in advance because I can see over the hedges, see if there's anything big coming along. Can't quite see a car sometimes because the hedges are sometimes taller, but it's useful to see if there's any big vehicles coming along. So you fill in there, thank you. Out the other side of Keyville, and now we'll have some blind bends to contend with. A right hand bend, followed by a left hand bend, and another blind right hand bend. That's the right, round this blind left. Be careful here because often you get a car that just come along at 30-40 mile an hour round the bend, not expecting anything. Take it slow, just in case we do meet something. Now I've got more time to react. We do it slowly. There we go. All clear. I then got a little straight here, and then there's going to be a blind right-hand bend and a left bend, I think. Yes. Round to the left first, another blind bend. In the winter, it's easier, you can see through the hedges. Sometimes through the summer they actually trim the hedges down, but they haven't done it this summer. So it's very awkward to see, and of course a car wouldn't see me much either because these are quite tall. So they probably won't see my roof as you come round. Sharp blind right hand bend. So always let it, especially on automatic, just let the coach roll round, just hovering the brake just in case. As with all things with these blind corners, you just got to expect anything. You just never know what's going to. Could be a tractor. You know, that's the awkward one down here. But you can have a tractor come along. They take up quite a lot of the lane. Now I've got a left and a right that goes over a bridge. The road that comes to the bridge is just straight on, so I'm just looking through the gaps of the hedges. Sometimes you can just catch the roof of the car coming around. There's nothing around there at the moment. There might be something smaller that I can't see. So I'm going to take it steady anyway. And apply a bit of acceleration. Now we're just round the bend. Keep checking. And we're clear. The national speed limit down here would be 60 miles an hour down lanes. I try to average between 30 and 40 on the basis, as I say, we never know what's coming along, and at that speed I've got more chance of slowing down and stopping if necessary. Using the retard here to bring me into the 30 zone into the village of Bulkington. Keep it about 20-25 because because of roads of these bends like this. Again, there's some more blind bends where you can't see much. Parked cars here and a van, so I can't even see if there's anything coming down. Up in this short gap there, there's nothing coming, so that's okay. Something behind me, but that's alright. It's not overtaking me. Keep out to the right because there's nothing coming along. Go past the Whale Pub on the left. There we are. So here we go, yep. Just going to say, but I got interrupted there. Oh, there's this has the van. Good. So that's another awkward one back there with the parked cars. You're just about ready to go around, but you don't know what's going to come around the corner. It's making that split decision when to go, when to stop. To the village of Bulkington. So yeah, let's bend here and then we'll be joining the Worton road at the end. Although some of you may remember this road, I did cover it in the Eddington to, let me think, Worton, I think it was, video. Put the retarder down and now I'm going to use the brakes. So retarder off. Checking right, checking left, checking right again, double check left. And onto the road. Because this is a, you get a good view there. It's a long straight either side, but it is a 60 mile/h zone, so we'll get people thundering along down here. There we go, up to 50 miles/h. Acceleration off at the moment because that car's pulled out from the road from pole shot. So just bring the speed down a little bit, but it helps me keep that gap between me and the car so I don't have to use the brakes or even the retarder. I'll just let it roll. Because when you have a car pull out of a junction, you never know how quick they're going to be pulling away to accelerate up to speed. Couple of notches on the retarder to bring it into the bring us down to 40 for this 40 zone. Then shortly it'll be down to 30 miles/h, which will then bring us into Worton. I'm gonna ease it off now to bring it down to 30-35 around this bend, hovering the brake because sometimes you get trucks hurtling around here. And you don't get any warning of where they're going to come out. I thought he was pointing this way. I could see that bus wanted to get down, so I thought I'd let the truck out so the bus can get on its way. There'll be the usual stash of parked cars down here to weave in and out of. One on a bit of a blind corner. I need to pull in. No, that's okay at the moment, he's still out. There's a thing that I don't want to be too close to that truck in case there is a car coming along and he finds the gap between the two parked cars, and then I'm stuck. So it gives me a chance to judge what's going on as well. Here we are at the other end of Worton. This next sort of twisty turny section between here and the A350. Retarder on, about 3 or 4 notches. Slow us down for this bend. Sometimes you've got to be careful here because sometimes there's a truck just on this bend. There's a caution sign for it. There may be lorries unloading or loading. They're usually about here. Easing off around that corner just in case I need to slow down to pass the lorry. So keeping about 40 miles an hour. Now we're going to go up, and then there's this sort of blind left hand bend at the top of this hill. It's not too bad unless you've got a truck hurtling along and you really cannot see when that's going to happen. Try and keep it steady around here. There we are. Pulling it around there at 30 miles an hour. Checking over the hedge, see if there's any lorries or big vehicles coming up, which there isn't at the moment. Slow myself up with the retarder again now for this bend, and in a moment there's the junction coming up for the A350 where we're going to turn right. Now it's a bit of a funny dog leg sort of junction here at Dog Crossroads, so it's going to happen quite quickly. I'm going to try and aim for these chevrons in the middle of the road. I'm going to put the chevrons here, roughly in the middle of my steering wheel. That's the cue to do a hard lock left. And to the right lines, there we go, I can see both ways. Turn the wheel to the right, ready to pull out when it's clear. Handbrake on, keeping it in drive. Check to the left, nope, something coming down, right, clear to the right. Clear to the right, clear to the left, clear to the right, clear to the left. Check again to the right and go. Pretty much an awkward junction, because there's times when you think you've lined yourself up, you look to the left, you can't see anything. And then you're trying to struggle leaning over the wheel, or even having to look at the sort of sit up from the seat and look in the back window there, passenger window, to see if you can see anything coming down the road. So we're going to turn right shortly onto the road to Great Cheverell. Here's the junction. There's a IET ahead. You probably can't see it. Going over the bridge. That's the Barks and Hants main line between Reading, Westbury to Taunton. Right, it's clear on the right, clear straight on. I can cut the junction a bit. Steady around these bends. Again, can't see anything coming along. And being a truck diversion route, there may be a lorry coming around here. See if the car went across there. Okay, another car coming along, so I can pull in here actually. Creates a bit wider here. Actually, use this bit to let this car by. Thank you, that's alright. Over the Barks and Hants Railway. Can't see if there's any cars the other side. Now, there we go, it's clear. Great Cheverell. Oh, car coming along, so is he gonna find a place to wait? I think. Yep, just click there if you needed it. Thank you. Minding these rocks on the left, minding the car, keeping it straight because otherwise I'm going to catch the rocks. Clear of the car so I can bring it round. Scuffed in lorry now. And there's a car, just saw reflections and lights, so let him go by. inches than I would scrape the lorry. There you go. Waiting to go by or not, I don't know. Go far because he's got a sign in front of him, so ease it round. There we go. There's the old Bell pub. Through another narrow bits down here. Where you really don't want to meet a truck on this point. Thank you. Change my thing to change the destination. Yeah. Over this small hedge, you can see it's clear around these bends just there. Okay, and here we are. Up in this lay-by. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. And hope it was okay. I hope the voice picked up well on the microphone over the road noise, etc. If you see this video up, then obviously I've decided it's okay. I'm going to review it to see if it's worth putting up or not, if it's that bad. Hopefully it'll improve in time as I do more videos. And yeah, if you do like, please do put a comment in the comment section below. And subscribe to see more of these videos. Thank you very much. Goodbye.